Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today let's talk about Louis Vuitton's latest bag, and it is of course the Go 14. This bag seems to be taking the bag world by storm. Everybody's talking about it, everybody's talking about pre-orders, everybody's talking about release dates. It's in a bit of a frenzy. It's worked up into a storm. And in my opinion, Louis Vuitton have done this perfectly. They have made this the bag that everybody wants to be looking at, talking about, previewing, pre-ordering, and they've generated this hype, which is kind of what we used to see whenever there was the latest It bag being released. Now, Connor put out a video quite recently talking about how there hadn't been an It bag in a very long time and talking about the demise of It bags. And personally, when I think of the It bag, I think of right back to the Chloe Paddington bag, which was the massive, big, heavy leather bag with the big padlock in the middle of it. There was, of course, the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis, which went everywhere. There were waiting lists for it. It was an It bag. Then came the multi-pochette accessoire. A bit the same whenever Chanel do specific drops of new bags coming out and they work up a frenzy with them and they try to make all of this attention, and it seems as if Louis Vuitton have done that very, very well with their latest bag drop, which is the Go 14. Now, this bag is not cheap, and I don't even mean by luxury standard bags. I mean, this bag is expensive. We've gotten used to seeing the price increases. Bags are up in the £3,000-4,000 range, $4,000, $5,000 range, whenever they used to be sitting comfortably in and around 2,000 to 2,500, be that in pounds or sterling. We have seen all of these bags gradually increase bit by bit by bit, and if you want to own one of these designer bags, you're now going to have to hand over a lot more of your hard-earned cash than what you would have had to do even a few years ago. But that being said, even with the knowledge of all of the price increases, and I've talked about them, I have videos on them, even with knowing the prices that bags are now coming out at, I have to say, I was still shocked at the price that the Go 14 is being released at. I still thought, wow, that is a very expensive bag, and it was not the price that I was expecting. But still, Louis Vuitton have still successfully whipped this bag into a frenzy that it is the new bag that everybody wants to see and everybody wants to talk about and everybody's interested in, and they have done a very good job of getting this bag already part of the way forward to moving towards this It bag status. One of the things Louis Vuitton have done very, very well with this bag is try to keep it exclusive. I know myself and I know a number of other people were contacted by their SAs about this bag being released and how this was going to be the next big bag and how it was pre-order only and how it was going to be limited, and this bag was the bag you needed to see, the bag you wanted to see, the bag you wanted to be on, because this bag is going to be hot. I received that communication. I know a lot of people have seen it. I know Steph did in one of her recent vlogs on the Handbag Holic. Whenever she went to see this bag, she was taken to a private room, so as this bag wasn't seen on the floor, it wasn't for everybody to look at. It was that level of exclusivity. They are building into the hype around this bag and the scarcity and the rarity and the pre-order. This removed nature to the bag that you have to be somebody that is on Louis Vuitton's radar to be looking at this bag, to be thinking about ordering this bag, and they're trying to give it that air of mystery, that air of exclusivity, that air that you have been selected to be able to see that bag, that it is for good customers, that it puts you on that level. And I think they're doing it really, really well, because there is this hype whipping up around it and it is getting a lot of attention. But if we look at the bag, I can't get out of my head when I see it that it just looks like a twist bag. Let me get my twist to look at this point. This is the Louis Vuitton twist bag. Now, this was always a leather bag. I don't think they've ever done this in canvas. When I bought this bag, it was in and around the £2,000 mark. To buy this bag now, they're up and around the £3,500 mark, so they definitely have went up a lot themselves. This is not lambskin, this is vernis leather. They do make them quite a lot in the epi leather. And I do know that the Go 14 is lambskin, and it is supposed to be very, very luxurious, a beautiful leather, a soft leather. I haven't actually seen it yet, but all reports that I'm hearing are that the leather is beautiful and probably what would be classed to be a superior level to this type of bag that they use on the twist bag. But I just can't get over the similarity. It looks to me like it is a padded twist bag. Now, I could eat my words on this because I know that a few people have seen this bag and have told me that when you see it in person, that this bag is stunning, that it's very, very special. I know one of you guys had an appointment to see this bag not that long ago, and you were a little bit skeptical when you went to see it, but when you saw it in person, you were completely bowled over. I know that Deb loves this bag. I know that Steph loves this bag. It is getting a lot of people who have very, very good taste in bags really, really loving it, who really think this bag is something special. So maybe I'm missing something. Maybe when I see this bag in person, I'll be coming back onto you and going, yeah. Do you remember I said I thought it looked like a twist bag and I didn't really see the level of the hype? Well, look what's in the orange carrier bag. I couldn't resist it because I love it. Maybe that will happen. But for now, on looking at all of the pictures that I've been sent on it, what I was sent by my SA, what else I have seen on social media, I don't know if I get the hype. I don't know if I see it past it being at the minute a padded twist bag. And if we look at them, the Pico Go 14, which is the mini version, whenever I bought this one, this was the PM, or is the PM in the twist bag. This was the smallest when I bought it. They have since done a micro, so there is a smaller version of this now. This is actually quite a decent sized bag, and obviously with the push and mini bags, they have brought out smaller versions of the twist. But the Pico in the Go 14, and I'll put these on the screen, is £3,200, and that's for the mini size. And from what I am being told, the Pico Go 14 does not fit an iPhone. Now, I have the iPhone that is the Pro size. It doesn't fit that from what I'm being told, let alone the Max size, which is the bigger one. I understand that even what I would class as the regular size of the iPhone does not fit in the Pico Go 14. I just think that £3,200 is very expensive for a mini bag that doesn't fit a phone. Now, I know that the Dior Lady Dior and the micro saddle bag are all very expensive as well and don't fit phones, but that's probably why I don't have one of the micros. I like to have my phone in my bag, and I think for me at £3,200 is a little bit of a stretch for me if I can't put my phone in it. If the mini version of this was £3,200 and did fit a phone, and there was a version of this that I loved, I could probably get over that price point. But for no phone, I think that's a little bit high. Then we go to the Go 14mm, which is going to be, I understand, the regular size. It's the size that's probably more handbag size, that will fit your phone, that will fit your daily essentials. I think it's probably going to be somewhere in line with the of the twist bag, that sort of size. It's £5,750. Yeah. Now, I understand leather bag, it has the twist turn lock, the same as this, which is something that I'm actually very fond of. I think the twist turn lock is a really nice feature on these bags. I really do like that. It has the chain going through it to carry, and then it has the piece of the leather strap, just like the twist bag. If it's like this bag, I understand you'll be able to double the strap up and wear it on your shoulder. You'll also be able to wear it crossbody, or you'll be able to long shoulder wear it. But I think £5,750 for me on this bag is probably prohibitive. And to me, that tells me that I just don't love this bag enough, because I know there are other bags, capucines around me, mini capucines up in the corner, capucines here, even Chanel 19, although I didn't pay that for it at the time. But there are other bags at £5,750, as much as I have balked at the price. I have went right ahead and bought it, and I have probably in my mind justified it. So it shows you that what is worth that price for you is relative to whatever the bag may be. And whereas there have been other bags that I've been able to get on board with and felt it was worth being relative, to pay the £5,750, I just can't see me doing it for this bag. I just can't see me loving this bag enough to pay that price for it. And I know that some of my friends on here are going to be screaming at me and thinking very, very differently, and thinking that it's stunning and the leather and the padding, that it is worth it on that relative term. I just don't think I can say it. That being said, that being my reservation at the moment when I haven't seen this bag in person, and I don't think I can get on board with the price of it, and I don't think that I love it enough to pay that price, it's probably not yet showing me a colour or a style that I think that I just absolutely love. Maybe if they were to bring it out in different colours, different styles, I would be having a different conversation with you. But at the minute, for me, I don't think this is going to be one of the bags that I'm going to be buying, but I think this bag is going to be hot. Even with the price point, even with it being very high, I think Louis Vuitton are doing this well. I think they're being smart about it. I think they're delaying the launch. I think they're trying to maintain the exclusivity. I think they're trying to build the mystique and build the interest. I think the waiting list, the pre-order, the look at it in private, don't allow it on the floor, all of that is building into the exclusivity of it. And I think that this is going to be a hot bag for Louis Vuitton. I think it's going to be a popular bag, and I think it's going to be a bag that a lot of people are really interested in and want to add to their collection, even with these price points. I believe the release date for the Go 14 is the 25th of August, if I'm not mistaken, but I think this is going to be hot, and I think this potentially could be an it bag of the season. I think this could be a bag people are talking about, people are wanting to see. Whether or not at this price point we will see just as much of it as we used to see, say, for example, the Pochette Métis or the Multi-Pochette Accessoire, not so sure, but those were canvas bags. They were less of a price point. And I'm not so sure Louis Vuitton wants to see as much of it about. I think they're trying to maintain the exclusivity of it. I don't think they're going to release as many of it as they did of those other bags. So I think they will try to maintain a little bit more of its exclusivity and its hard to getness rather than some of those other canvas bags. But I do think this is a bag to watch. I think this is a big release for Louis Vuitton, and I think this is going to be, watch this space. I think we're not seeing the end of this one anytime soon. Those are my thoughts on the new Go 14 bag. What do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you get on board with the price point? Do you think it's too much for what it is? Where are you at? Are you loving it? I know some of you are well on board with it already, and some of you have already sent me pictures of the ones that you're ordering and the ones that you're getting. Let me know in the comment box what you think of this bag, what you think of it in general, what do you think of the price, and do you think it's the next it bag? Do you think Louis Vuitton are doing a good job of keeping this exclusive and building the hype? Tell me what you think. Let's get a conversation going, because this bag's intriguing me. How much interest there is about it is definitely piquing my interest to follow the story. Thank you so much for watching this. If you've enjoyed this conversation at all, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.